Today, I wanted to go over, should you train to true failure or stop just shy? And this has been a hot topic in the fitness space over God knows how long, honestly, but people are citing scientific articles saying, oh, you should stop 1 to 2 reps shy of failure. And then there's other people talking about how intensity is the most important thing. And today, I'm hoping to clear that up with some of my own personal experience, because since I've been doing this for over a decade now. And back whenever I was training clients as a personal trainer, I noticed that a lot of people would ask me these questions. Should I go to failure or should I stop just short? And I think the people miss the point of the question, because in the reality of it is you're not going to know what a true 1 to 4 rep shy of failure is until you've actually gone to failure enough to know your body well enough to be able to say that that is for sure that point. So is stopping 1 to 4 reps shy of failure optimal? Possibly. You're not going to be as beat up all the time, but at the same time, I see so many people not growing or building the muscle they want because they stop way too short of failure, because they've never actually pushed themselves to get to that point. An important question to ask yourself is, what is your ultimate goal? Is your goal to build muscle or is it to build strength? And this brings me to where there's 2 different types of failure. And Eugene Tao on his YouTube channel talks about this, and he describes the framework as there's task failure and then there's muscular failure. So if you're going for strength, task failure is going to be a better indicator. Now, this is where, like on a barbell back squat, typically people are going to fail because of a technique breakdown or because of, a low back gives out before the quads do. So if your goal is to grow your quads, then a back squat might not be the best thing that you can do. Instead, you might want to do something like the hack squat or leg press. And this brings me to the next type of failure, which is muscular failure. Now, hack squat and leg press, the reason that it's easier to go to that failure point for the quads specifically is because in a back squat, you have all the stabilizer muscles that are also working, and that takes a lot more energy out of the muscle that you're trying to hit. So if your goal is to try to grow muscle, then you're going to want to do these exercises that take stability out of the equation in order to push it that far. So what does this mean? Regardless, what should I do? And the truth is 1 to 2 reps shy of failure sucks almost just as much as training to true muscular failure. And how I think people should start approaching this, especially if you're not sure that you've ever actually gone to true failure or what that feels like, you need to start pushing yourself, because a lot of people talk about, diet is what makes up your body, and to a point, but if you don't stimulate the muscle and give it the stimulus that it needs in order to grow, you're leaving so many gains on the table. So my recommendation is, I think if people are trying to figure this out, and if they want to start actually training to a true 1 to 4 rep shy of failure, then you should start by going to failure for a period of time for, 1 exercise per body part that you're training throughout the week. That way, over time, you're going to start getting a better body awareness so that you can actually push yourself and then set your future blocks and training periods up for being able to go from 4 reps shy of failure all the way to 0 reps shy of failure or absolute failure. So I think the argument of should you go to true failure versus should you stop, 1 to 4 reps shy is kind of pointless if you haven't ever actually trained hard enough to overtrain from going to true failure too much. So my opinion on the matter, who cares? I'm just giving my own personal experience. I've seen the most muscle growth and results from actually stopping just shy of failure, but I would not know where that point is unless I didn't train to failure for however long I did. So hopefully you took something out of this, and hopefully this kind of shed some light on some things. So in the meantime, you have any questions, you can email me below. Feel free to DM me on Twitter @DrewDowd. So till next time, peace.